Welcome to the show. I'm very excited, which is the reason I've actually sat down and decided to do the show, because I've got some really interesting things, including a shootout that I've been really waiting for myself. I've got in my hand the Xiaomi Mi 10, the 50,000 rupees super flagship phone, which most people have already written off, saying it's a great phone, great specs, fantastic everything, but we're not going to buy it. It's a Xiaomi at 50K. Xiaomi's 1,999 rupees wireless charger. How does this work? Is it any good? We'll take a look at that. We've got the Bullet Z from OnePlus. These are headphones that we've been waiting for a very long time. And like I said, I've got a shootout that is so interesting. The Apple iPhone SE versus the Androids. Doesn't that sound like the plot of a movie? Let's get started with today's Cell Guru.
Xiaomi brings its flagship Mi 10 in India for 49,999 rupees. Mi 10 that brags of 108 megapixel quad camera setup, latest Snapdragon 865 chipset looks promising. But should you buy a Xiaomi phone for 50,000 rupees? We tell you. Apple's latest iPhone takes on the Androids in the mid-premium segment. We compare the iPhone SE to Xiaomi's Mi 10 and OnePlus 8. to find out how big a threat is the Apple iPhone SE to them and who wins this battle. And if you are in the market for new earphones, we have an option for you. We review the new Bullets from OnePlus and tell you if they are worth buying for 2,000 rupees.
Let's start off with the news coming in from the world of mobiles.
Facebook is all set to take on TikTok with its new app called Collab. The app, which is currently being tested by Facebook's new product experimentation team, promises to deliver a new approach to collaborative music making by creating short music videos. Similar to TikTok, the app allows users to sync existing videos from the platform. However, here users can sync 3 videos simultaneously instead of 2. This app is available on iOS as an invite-only beta right now. Facebook's NPE team states that the Collab app is designed to help people unlock creative superpowers amid the coronavirus lockdown. Xiaomi has launched the Redmi Earbuds S in India for 1,799 rupees. The Redmi Earbuds S comes in a single color option of black and features Bluetooth 5.0 for connectivity. The Redmi Earbuds S are light. They use 7.2mm drivers and are IPX4 rated for water resistance. The Redmi Earbuds S use the SBC codec and also support a low latency mode, which is useful when gaming on a smartphone. Xiaomi claims that the battery life of the buds is 4 hours per charge, and when combined with the additional charges provided by the charging case, up to 12 hours of use can be expected.
I hold in my hand Xiaomi's most ambitious phone. I hold in my hand Xiaomi's most ambitious way to go up the value chain. I hold in my hand what is Xiaomi's greatest experiment on the Indian customer. This is the Xiaomi Mi 10. Now look, I'm going to set up this story a little differently. First and foremost, this is a fantastic phone in terms of the specs. Look, great design, curved screen, in-display fingerprint scanner, great optics at the back. Even if you look at what the phone says, 108 megapixel quad camera, Qualcomm Snapdragon 865, HDR10 plus dot display, almost 5,000 mAh battery, 4,780 mAh battery. It's got wireless charging, reverse wireless charging. So pretty much what you want in an absolute top of the line flagship phone, this phone has it. And it's 50,000 bucks. I mean, for most people, this would be a bargain. But most people also seem to be saying that this is going to be Xiaomi's greatest failure ever in the Indian market, because Xiaomi for 50,000 rupees, the two things in the same sentence just don't balance out. So we're going to do this review very, very differently. We will show you everything to do with the Xiaomi phone, its specs, the fact that it's actually got a great amount of things. There are things missing also. There are quite a few things missing. So when you start rattling off a list of flagship features, you forget there are many things that this phone doesn't have. There are things missing in optics. It doesn't have an IP certification of the kind that we were expecting from it. So lots and lots of those things also in this phone that are missing. But the main part of what we're going to do is, should people buy a Xiaomi phone for 50,000 rupees irrespective of the specs?
There's a new competitor for OnePlus in town. The company's latest flagship killer that brags a 108-megapixel camera, Snapdragon 865 chipset and a beautiful curved glass design, all for 49,999 rupees. But does the Mi 10 deliver enough goods to justify the premium price tag? Let's find out. The Mi 10 is beautiful. It has an appealing design with a curved glass display and really narrow bezels. It isn't slim and light compared to many, but it feels solid in hand. We have got the coral green color for review, which makes it impossible for the phone to go unnoticed. There's Corning Gorilla Glass 5 on top to protect the screen from accidental drops. The Mi 10 comes with an in-display fingerprint scanner and face unlock feature. Both are quick and works well almost all the time. There's no 3.5mm headphone jack, but Xiaomi gives an adapter in the box. There's an infrared emitter on the top. At this price, we would have liked the Mi 10 to be water and dust resistant, and sadly it's not. The front is dominated by the bright 6.67 Super AMOLED display. It's a full HD Plus display with a 90Hz refresh rate. The screen refresh rate makes it super responsive and we enjoyed using the phone. The screen's real estate is uninterrupted with a quiet punch hole camera on the left, so it does offer an immersive screen experience, especially for watching videos. The biggest draw to the Mi 10 is the 108-megapixel quad camera setup. There's a 108-megapixel main sensor with a 13-megapixel ultra-wide lens, 2-megapixel macro and 2-megapixel depth lens. The shots turned out well with good details most of the time. There is night mode, but it's highly affected by the light around. The night mode is not as good as you get to see in Google's Pixel phone, but the Mi 10 may not have a telephoto camera, but the 108-megapixel main camera lets it crop in close to the subject and take high-quality shots. There are lots of modes to play with on the Mi 10 camera app. Mi 10 can record in 8K, which is quite cool at this price. Of course, it can shoot in 1080p and 4K resolution at up to 60 FPS. We would have liked if OIS was added on this, as with EIS it's not as steady as we would have liked. But there is a steady mode on it which compensates for missing the OIS. The 20-megapixel selfie camera clicks Instagram-worthy selfies and also wide-angle selfies. The portrait mode on the front is good too. The Mi 10 is a performer. It's blazing fast with the top-of-the-line Snapdragon 865 and 8GB of RAM. No lags, no glitches, it's super smooth and quick no matter what games you play or apps you surf. This phone runs on MIUI 11 on Android 10. There's a 4780 mAh battery on the Mi 10 5G. The battery supports 30 watts fast wired and wireless charging as well as 10 watts reverse wireless charging. The 30 watts charger comes in the box, which is a good addition. The phone does last an entire day. The Mi 10 is priced at 49,999 rupees for the 128GB storage variant, while its 256GB variant is priced at 54,999 rupees. The Mi 10 is future ready as it supports 5G. The Cell Guru verdict. Xiaomi Mi 10 justifies its price tag of 50,000 rupees. It's filled with features to the brim and boasts of a 108-megapixel camera lens that none brag of in this price point. However, the lack of IP rating and stock Android may hurt some, but for others, it's no less than a perfect Android companion. Xiaomi might have struggled with the premium segment in India, but the Mi 10 delivers excellent hardware for 50,000 rupees. It will be an uphill struggle for the company, but it has all the essentials in place.
And now let's move on to a wireless charger, very well built, a good looking one from Xiaomi itself. More or less it hasn't been packaged with, of course, the Mi 10, but it came around the same time. And it's come to us as a package for us to try out the wireless charging. Now, the introductory price is 1,999 rupees. I think it's 2,199 otherwise. So let's take a look at how this one performs.
A wireless charger is an interesting mobile accessory to have if your phone supports wireless charging. Xiaomi showcased its latest wireless charger alongside their flagship Mi 10 at their event, and since then we had been waiting to get our hands on it. And now that we are left impressed. The new Mi 30 watts wireless charger has definitely raised the bar high with its ergonomic design. With its clean lines and tilt design, it gives good support to the phone and at the same time looks premium. The new Mi wireless charger offers up to 30 watts wireless charging to the Mi 10, but to others that support wireless charging based on Qi standard, it gives about 10 watts. What we liked is the addition of the built-in cooling fan to help in better heat dissipation, keeping the phone and the charger cool. Xiaomi insists that there are layers of protection to ensure safe charging. We can charge the phone with plastic and silicone covers on, but not metal. We think it's extremely portable and looks good on the table. So if you want to buy a wireless charger, the new Mi 30 watts wireless charger is a great option for 2,299 rupees.
Now let's move on to a very interesting story. The Apple SE 2020 already out with the right offers, 38,900 rupees. Now, many of the big questions that we have to really talk about it is that yes, you get an Apple SE 2020 phone for 38,900 rupees. But should you be buying that phone? After all, look at the storage of that phone. So if we go a step or two further and actually want to buy a phone that actually will last us for quite a few years, including the storage, then we're hitting about 50,000 rupees. And at 50,000 rupees, should you be buying the Apple SE 2020 or the Androids? Let's find out.
It has never been a better time if you are in the market for a new premium smartphone. From the OnePlus 8 to Xiaomi's Mi 10, and now we have the all-new iPhone SE. No matter what ecosystem you prefer, there's an option for you. We will compare them to see how much of a threat the iPhone SE is to the Androids, and also amongst the three, which one comes on top. Design. While the new iPhone SE brings back the iconic 4.7-inch screen, the design lacks newness. It feels old school with big bezels surrounding the screen. The Mi 10 and OnePlus are beautiful looking phones and are designed with a curved edge-to-edge display with a punch-hole camera and no bezels. Both the Mi 10 and OnePlus 8 come with a 90Hz refresh rate and wins the point here. The SE has a Touch ID enabled in the home button. The Mi 10 and the OnePlus 8 have the in-display fingerprint scanner. Both the Androids have Face Unlock, which the iPhone SE lacks. Display. We wish Apple would have given the SE a more superior display. It settles with a Retina display and 60Hz screen refresh rate, whereas the other two have higher pixels per inch and even bigger display, with Mi 10 being slightly larger than the OnePlus 8. Processor. The processor is where the iPhone SE takes the Androids head-on and beats them. It comes with Apple's fastest A13 chipset that makes it incredibly fast. Both the OnePlus 8 and the Mi 10 brag of Snapdragon 865 inside, which is the best in its segment. The SE wins this point. RAM. Even though iPhone SE has just 3GB of RAM, Apple has excellent RAM management. The Mi 10 comes with 8GB and the OnePlus has 3 RAM variants, 6GB, 8GB and 12GB. Camera. The Mi 10 has a whopping 108-megapixel quad camera setup, followed by OnePlus 8 with a 48 triple camera at the back, and the iPhone SE comes with a 12-megapixel rear camera. The iPhone SE, even with a single lens, clicks great photos. In fact, the other two also click awesome pictures and have more versatility thanks to more lenses. But the Mi 10 has an edge here. The iPhone SE lacks the night mode while the other two own it. The same goes for the front camera. The Mi 10 has an advantage here, even though we like the portrait mode on the iPhone SE better. We will do a camera comparison in detail when we get the OnePlus 8 in hand. Battery. Mi 10 wins this point with a slightly larger battery capacity than the OnePlus and significantly more than iPhone SE. Software. The iPhone SE runs on Apple's iOS 13, one of the main reasons to like this phone. The Mi 10 runs on the MIUI 11 based on Android 10, and the OnePlus 8 has the Oxygen OS 10 on Android. We do prefer the OnePlus 8 user interface over that of the Mi 10. IP rating. For premium phones, one of the key features is the IP rating. The iPhone SE has an IP67 rating, marking it water and dust resistant, while the Androids don't. Price. The iPhone SE is priced starting 42,500 for the 3GB 64GB variant, and the OnePlus 8 is priced starting 41,999 rupees for the 6GB 128GB variant. The Mi 10 is priced starting 49,999 rupees for the 8GB 128GB variant. Verdict. The Mi 10 and the OnePlus 8 promise the world in a smartphone. While the Mi 10 is priced higher than the OnePlus 8 for the base variant, it does offer a 108 megapixel quad camera setup and better battery life, plus it looks good. The OnePlus 8 on the other hand is a good value for money option with a neat user interface. Of course, both the Mi 10 and the OnePlus 8 bring a lot more to the table than the iPhone SE in this budget. But the iPhone SE, with its emphasis on performance, long-term support and exceptional app ecosystem, does make for a good choice if you want your first iPhone. But if it's not an iPhone you want in this budget and you are looking for the best you can get, we suggest taking a good look at these Androids.
Okay, so you've got 2,000 rupees and you really want a really good pair of wireless headphones. I would recommend this. These are OnePlus's Bullets Wireless Z. Now, we've been waiting for these, and these are for people that are more active. Look, one of those earbuds, the ones that actually come in and you just plug them in. And one is you go for something which goes around your head, around the collar. And these are, of course, far more secure. But what about the sound? What about the features? How well does the battery life last in these? We have the answers for all your questions.
Who doesn't love a good pair of headphones? We do, and that's why we enjoyed reviewing the new OnePlus Bullets Wireless Z. They are light but not flimsy. The new Wireless Z retains the neckband design, which made sure we do not lose the earphones. Even though we do think the neckband style doesn't feel 2020, it does have its advantages. The onboard controls include playback and volume adjustments along with direct access to your virtual assistant. The Wireless Z made headlines with the claim that with 10 minutes of charge, it will give 10 hours of playtime. We did try this and it happens to be true. With USB-C charging, it does have incredibly efficient fast charging, and the headphones have 20 hours of standalone playtime, which is great. OnePlus Bullets Wireless Z are super easy to pair via Bluetooth. These earphones do deliver great sound quality, and they come with a 9.2mm dynamic driver and super bass tone fitted in each earbud. The audio quality is par excellence. Thanks to the magnetic housing, simply separate the earbuds to start listening, and when you're ready to pause, just clip the earbuds together. The Wireless Z are IP55 rated, which means they are dust and water resistant. We would totally recommend them for runners or mountain climbers, more so because sweat won't harm these earphones. It has a low latency mode which enables real-time audio experience, coming in handy while watching videos. The verdict. With the price tag of 1,999 rupees, the Bullets Wireless Z come with good sound and great battery life, that too with the fast charging capability. But as the true wireless earphones become popular and even more common, the neckband style has started to feel old. That said, in this budget, the OnePlus Bullets Wireless Z are a compelling option.
Let's take a quick break right now on the Cell Guru Show. When I come back, lots more. And now we'll wrap it all up with an app review. This is just hot off the press, just off the blocks, and literally it's called that. It's called Google Action Blocks. Now, what does it do? Rubina has the story.
As smartphones get even more feature-packed, it can be hard to remember how to perform a certain action or how to get to a specific feature. Action Blocks is Google's latest app to help it make it easy for the elderly or disabled users to access the most important Google Assistant features at a click of a button. Google's Action Blocks app lets you create a widget or tile on the home screen of the phone, and this can be programmed to perform any Google Assistant function with a single tap, be it as basic as calling an emergency contact or to play a specific video. Think of it as a quick access shortcut for any Google Assistant task. The tiles created by the Action Blocks app are large and very easily visible, which is particularly useful if your vision isn't the best. Additionally, it lets you place a memorable custom image on the tile so that the elders can easily recognize the function of the tile. For example, make a call or know the weather in your city with a single tap on the specific widget. Action Blocks is a fantastic way to simplify the Android user experience for the elderly or disabled users without depriving them of the modern day conveniences and features. The app is available for free on the Google Play Store.
That then was the show for this week, and like I said, I hope I justified my sitting down. I hope I justified telling you to sit down because the excitement around the show was so much. But do remember, next week, something bigger, something better, something far more exciting. I'll see you on that show.